Hello, and welcome to the Pickup WNBA podcast. I'm your host, Cathryn Eicher.
And I'm your other host, Freddie Rivas. Holy smokes, holy guacamole, holy something, holy this. Why don't you support us on all of our social media accounts at the Pickup WNBA podcast, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube? Subscribe and give us good reviews, nice comments, likes, put your butts up, do whatever feels right for you.
Put your
Tell
butts
us
up. Yeah,
about
twerk a
someone.
little. Why not?
Twerk a bit, would you? Just on your own, do your own thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how about this? Give yourself a thumbs up in the mirror. You know what I mean? Give yourself a wink. If you're checking us on YouTube, sometimes I'll do a wink in the gun. Like,
this is like Freddie Rivas therapy. It's like your specific brand of therapy. It's like give yourself a thumbs up in the mirror, twerk a bit on your own time.
That's right. A little toxic positivity. Let's fucking go, Come on. Climate apocalypse who, right?
Yeah. Before we get into it, I just wanted to once again give a little shout out to our fantasy teams. We're in playoff mode right now, which is very exciting. I squeezed into the playoffs. I'm fourth place in my league. That's really cool. I'm facing, actually, I have a pretty exciting matchup this week. I'm facing Alligator Athlete Alliance. Shout out to Aspen here. We are neck and neck. He's got 864 points. I have 835.
That's incredible.
Anyone's game, baby. But yeah, I mean, everybody that participated, it's been really, really fun. I don't know if I should go through all the teams. I can. Are we doing that? All right. So we got Alligator. Like I said, we got Bryce. We know Bryce. 2 torn shoulders. My name is Cat from the logo. Meow. We have Devin has sources. We have Reese's Pieces. We have Marco's W team. We have Andrea's awesome team, Craig's cool team, and Miguel already won in last place.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So my league, I finished in last place. Did a bad job of updating my team. Was super injured, but listen, I dropped the ball 2 years in a row, but that's okay. I was a gimme for a lot of people every week, so my bad. I'm building a dynasty, so don't worry. Just the first 2 years are tanking. I'm doing a very like Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston scenario. Okay, so next year to storm back. But first place East Coast top 30. By the way, the first place team in my league was 9-4, so it's a pretty tight league. East Coast top 30 is up on Connecticut Fun. Then the 5-4 matchup, KDB Ballin looks like it's sort of a bit of a runaway against Lauren's lucrative team. By the way, we have very different scoring because my scoring is in like the sort of like hundreds, maybe 200s. It's not in the 800s. So yeah, a little bit of a different scoring sitch. And then Citron Press, which might be my favorite name of the league, is beating Hoops, Hops, and Handles in a fairly tight. That's the tightest matchup actually. And then Cantankerous Cats. Looks like they're about to all but eliminate Elevate Your Game. Elevate Your Game. We know you from last year, so shout out. This is a very exciting first round, and we will keep everybody going and let them know what's up. So league pass for both winners is in the mix.
Yeah. Awesome. Really exciting stuff there. All right, let's get into it. Some pretty surprising news came out earlier today. Nneka Ogwumike announced her retirement at the end of this season, which comes at a surprise, I think, because she's currently playing really well. Like her current season average is 16.9 points a game, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Like those are her averages this season. So it's kind of incredible to hear that she's retiring because it's not like, when you see a vet and you're like, oh, they got a little bit left in the tank, like a Vince Carter at the end of his career, or something like that. Like Nneka has like many years, it looks like, to
Yes.
go. But in an interview, I think it was called Boardroom Talks, the show that she
Yeah.
did an interview on. She basically said that,
With Taylor Rooks.
yes, with Taylor Rooks, thank you. She basically said she just felt ready. She just felt like it was time. So, kudos to her for being able to do this on her own terms.
Yeah, you said it well. I think we are so used to watching players play until the wheels absolutely fall off, and Nneka just sort of saying like, "I'm done." The interview was awesome because Taylor was like, "Yeah, you're calling your retirement, but clearly like it's got to be a mental thing because your body is like, you know, you're still playing so good." And then Neko's like, "Well, the body is a bit of a part of it. Like,
Yeah.
like it does hurt." And then Taylor's like, "Well, you look good." She's like, "Thanks. I'm feeling good." But like, yeah, but essentially, she's like, talked a lot about being able to play with, like, in the Maya Moore era, in the Asia Wilson era, um, against like legendary greats, and then against like the Angel Reeses, and like I think she really enjoyed being a part of this movement, and alludes to being super happy that she negotiated this this massive cap, like this massive player negotiation for the players of this league. So I think she feels very content, and yeah, she's 36. Like we see this sometimes with players where they're just they
Mhm.
know they feel like they've done all the things they want to do. And I always got to do this when we have like a wild superstar like this. So
Mhm.
check this out. What I won't do is I'm just going to go and skip anything from high school because you better
We
believe,
don't need her high school stats,
yeah,
Freddie.
exactly. And you better believe any WNBA player, especially a superstar, just like did a nuts amount of things in high school, and likely college as well. But yeah, WNBA champion in 2016, also WNBA MVP, Rookie of the Year 2012, 11
First
time.
number one draft pick too in 2012. First
Yep,
number
first
one
overall.
overall pick. Yep.
Yep. Um, she also was a 11-time All Star. She made the WNBA first team in 2016, and she's a 7-time um, second team player. She is a 4-time All Defensive player, a 3-time All Defensive second team. She won the Sportsmanship Award, and she's also like a EuroLeague champion, Polish National League champion, and yeah, the list goes on. Like just an absolute,
Yeah, she's also part of the W25, the top
yes,
25 ever, that
yeah,
list that came out back in 2021. So, yeah, huge presence as well as president of the Players Association.
yeah.
Yeah, she'll be missed. One thing I was thinking about too is like I wonder if the Kelsey Plum decision to leave LA, if this had a factor in that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
know,
know.
but it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, this is really, really, really not going anywhere. Or was it the other way around where it was like, okay, we're not winning, we're not playing for anything. I'm getting tired. Maybe it's time. I don't know, or how long it was on her mind exactly. But speaks to me, it's like, you know, I I don't want to take anything away from Nneka's greatness, but just looking at the Spark season this year and what a disappointment it's been. I feel like
I mean, doesn't help.
it doesn't help. Maybe she already knew. Maybe she returned to the Sparks this year because deep down she already knew. That's also very possible.
Yeah, I think I would also factor in like with Shanae being like a big part of ESPN and NBA Today, WNBA Countdown. Like you got to wonder if like Nneka's like, hey, like that kind of looks fun.
Yeah,
Like I got
put me in, coach.
like she's clearly like a super like social charming person that is feels very comfortable in a lot of ways. So I feel like she's just she's entering her retirement with a lot of confidence. The selfish part of me, with the way that she's playing and with the way that like the salaries have just jumped up, I kind of would hope you know how a lot of the players got that one-time payout?
Mhm.
For me, I'm like, could you hang on for 1 year and like get a bunch more money still? But I mean,
Mm.
not everyone's like that, and she might just be like, I got some money. We're good.
To your point, maybe there is money for her in the broadcast world
Yeah,
coming up, so
exactly. Yeah.
maybe she's not, too worried about that. Yeah, that's also interesting too because it's like, what is her post-playing career gonna be, if
Hmm.
anything? So that'll be interesting to look out for, as well. I would not be surprised if she ended up in media in some context, whether it's like a podcast with Chene or part of the ESPN desk or something like that. Maybe she'll even try and do some play by play, like Candace Parker's doing. Who knows? But I could definitely see her sticking around in that context. So, anyways, Nneka Ogwumike, congratulations. We'll miss you.
Congratulations.
So I thought this would be a fun time of the year to look at the most improved player race. Kind of an intriguing race this year. Freddie, why don't we go through some of the names?
Yeah. So there's a lot of I mean, this is always such a fun list because I mean, it's just for me, it's exciting when players like find their fit or have a big jump or a new role. So, I mean, a couple of like sort of like super duper long shots, but like some big names on this list. So Jessica Sheppard is the like betting favorite. Then you got Dominic Malonga, Marina Mabry, Carla Late, Megan Gustafson, Natisha Heidemann, Ray Burrell, Bridget Carlton, Niara Sabali, and Emily Engsler.
Hmm.
So I mean, we definitely know about Jessica Sheppard's season, and I think being an all star, although an interesting one about this is like I feel she got a lot of love this year with being like the second best player on that Wings team. But earlier in the season there was a period of time where the Wings were in like third or fourth place. And let me just double check the standings, but I'm pretty sure they're in eighth now. So when it comes to like record and if you're factoring that in,
Yeah, they're eighth right now.
they're not like, yeah, they're not totally crushing it. Like there are really a lot of like very winning teams on this list, to be honest. It's
Right.
actually a lot of losing teams.
Well, and also, AZ Fudd is now out for the season. So hoping that she has a speedy recovery. But that's definitely going to affect them as well. I'm surprised that Bridget Carlton isn't higher on this list. And when I was going through her stats, I mean,
Mhm.
she obviously, yes, like she's got a bigger role in Portland now, which I think is also a part of it because she's also stepping into a leadership role. But she's averaging like 14 and a half points per game, 4.5 rebounds, um, a steal, like 1.5 steals, 2 assists. Where like she's up like by more than double in points. She's up by like 1.5 rebounds. She's up an assist. She hasn't lost any of her efficiency. And Portland's in ninth. And that kind of comes to the whole narrative driven thing where it's like, I think even though Portland isn't necessarily a playoff team, I think them being ninth in the league is them being, above expectations.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's a great point. I actually think it's really interesting too on this. Looking at the Bet GM, that there's actually four fire players on this list. So Carla Late, Megan Gustafson, Bridget Carlton, and Emily Engsler. Or
Listen, they
so
drafted well. They drafted
they
well.
and they caught a lot of heat, and the tempo got a lot of love. and the Fire have just sort of continued to defy odds. Like, they're obviously still a long shot for the playoffs, but to your point about Dallas, like, how does Dallas finish this season? And I mean, the Fire are not mathematically out, right? They're like, it's again,
They're like
it's
5 games back?
they're far back. Like, it's not gonna happen. But regardless, they're really sort of like they're that team. They're, yeah, 4.5 games back. But you know, just looking at, like, Dallas is 3-7. So if Portland could sort of put some wins together and Dallas continues to lose, like, there's a world where if Dallas continues to lose, then and Portland, if they can sort of meet at 500. But to your point, Bridget Carlton, and she said this when we talked to her at the when we covered the fire game when they were in Toronto, is that she was ready for this opportunity. She is getting so
Mhm.
much attention, and is that player who is getting extra coverage. Like, it was such a different scenario than when she was in Minnesota, and has really, really risen to the occasion. I think I also, yeah, I mean, we're always cautious here of being biased, but like the jump that Marina Mabrey has made is like just
Huge.
absolutely absurd. To go from the Sun and being like, having a nice season, but to doing what she's done this year is just massive. I mean, 11 losses in a row is what it is, and that's gonna hurt your cases at like any award, because I think people start to just be like, okay, well, fantastic stats, but like, are you helping your team win? And if you're watching tempo games, yes, she's helping the team win. She's amazing. But
They don't have a single one without her. I mean,
yeah, exactly. But we're losing though. So, you know.
yeah. It'd be nice to see her at least make some sort of a short list. I'm sure she will, but yeah, it looks like it's like Jessica Shepherd's gonna get it. Like you said, it's all, these are all very narrative driven, but I feel like Bridget Carlton has like a serious case here.
Yeah, and like, still games to play, and like Dominique Malonga is number 2 on this list, but I mean, talk about records, like, just
I
un-
feel like it was so like she hardly played last season in a rookie year, which I remember being pretty against. Like I
yeah.
was like, they really should just play her more. So it felt like kind of obvious to me, like that she would play more this year. I don't know if that means you take it away from her. I mean, it's only year 2, but anyway.
Yeah, it is that classic like season 1 to season 2 jump, you know, where
Yeah.
just like more opportunity, more everything. But just speaking of, you know, for her, like, 7 points to 17 points. She jumped an assist. She uh jumped in, we're sort of looking at rebounds. She jumped from 4.5 rebounds to 9 rebounds. From point 0.7 blocks to 1.5 blocks. And she
Hmm.
made an all-star.
And she
So
dunked.
she dunked. She really definitely, like, statistically, I think statistically she would be the runaway candidate, actually. But that's, yeah, again, you
Then you
do,
factor in the wins too, and they don't have it.
yeah, and but then you got to wonder with Seattle, it's like this team was like sort of built to tank, so it's not
Sure.
really like, what could she
Well,
do? She's a,
I feel like they're built to be good down the road. I don't know if they're necessarily built to tank because, like, I feel like,
well, for
between
this year, yeah.
yeah, yeah, like Awafam, Flage has had like a pretty good rookie
Hmm.
year. Um,
Oh yeah, Storm in 3 years.
like
Let's
I think
go.
you do a redraft. I think you're picking Flage a bit higher than where she
Hmm.
went. Natisha Heidemann has had a really great year. Like I think one thing we're going to notice with more and more expansion teams is these players having an opportunity to step up and doing so. And I feel like, like Bridget and Marina Mabrey, like they're kind of like the beginning of that.
Hmm.
But I feel like this is going to be a trend like every year going forward for like a while.
Yeah, and if you're Seattle too, you're getting another high pick, right? Like, this
Woo!
is good stuff for you. Unfortunately, if you're a Tempo or Fire, you're kind of just locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. Okay, fun stuff. All right, it's time for our badass player of the week.
Okay, badass player of the week. So yeah, I was sort of all over the place this year, or sorry, this week, and I'm actually going with Fee.
Nice.
So a lot of options because there's a couple teams that are just winning and not losing. So, but yeah, Fee is my player with uh. So what impresses me too is the minutes. So 32 minutes a game, 20 points, and she's got 7.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and two two steals and 2 blocks in the last 4 games. So this is the Fee we know, very, very complete player. I think with Miles and McBride and just everything that's going on in Minnesota, you're not going to have those wild scoring numbers you had from her last year because they don't need that from her. And I think she's also still like, this isn't like full form either. Like Fee is like they're making sure she's ready to go for the playoffs, and she obviously is.
Yeah. And it's going to be crazy watching the Lynx this year in the playoffs. But my pick is probably someone I haven't talked about enough this year, and that is Sonia Citron. She's having a great season. This week, she averaged 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. I got a little cross-eyed there with the stats. Also, too, what's really impressive is she's 57% from the field and 57% from 3. So efficiency through the roof
That's
here.
nuts.
I know, and it's like, yeah, Sonia, you're killing it.
Shout out Sonia. Yeah, I mean she's just had such an amazing. I was gonna say such an amazing year, such an amazing career. Like her and Kiki Iriafin is sort of like what a duo that like the Mystics have just drafted so well. Also, straight up, like this is, I don't know if this is even like a hot take. I of all the teams that like I don't know what like people should expect. Like I would not want to play Mystics in the first round. Like right now it's Golden State Mystics. I might go Mystics straight up.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Mystics are just tough and like they might just beat you up. They're also like they're 8-2. So I mean, I don't
I
even know if
mean,
the
they're
Mystics
very good, and they have a lot of size.
a lot of size. And like I don't even know if they're gonna finish in 7th. Like they're right there with the
Yeah,
Liberty and the
they
Dream.
could climb for
So
sure.
yeah, the Mystics would be like it's like maybe you can beat them, but it's not gonna be fun. Like in general, the Aces
How
and the
crazy would
Wings.
that be if the Valkyrie were out in the first round?
Oh, I think I don't know if this is like hater territory. I think they're a prime upset candidate. Here's why.
Tell me why.
Teams that are sort of like, it's all good vibes. We share the ball and we don't have like a Kelsey Mitchell or a Asia Wilson or a Fee or a Sonia Citron, where it's sort of like this is like anyone can get it done, and the high like Gabby Williams is the leading scorer, and I think she has about 15 points. So that team basketball, I think, is really fantastic for the regular season. But like when the defense gets tighter and push comes to shove, you sort of need takeover players, and I don't think the Valkyries have takeover players.
Okay, I accept this take. I like it.
But they're so good.
I don't know if I agree yet, but I understand where you're coming from.
Listen, if there's one thing you know about Freddie, he's made a bunch of horrible takes this year. So
why are you talking about yourself in the third person? You're trying to distance yourself from your bad takes
if
so
it's one
much.
thing I know from this guy, me, he makes horrible takes, not
like
me.
distancing yourself at all costs. Okay, all right, that's fun. All right, well, Freddie, wherever you are, it's time for your fun question.
Freddie's fun question. Here we go. So we will certainly be talking about on the tempo check, but we have Dez and Dot, our mascots were just unveiled. It's a turtle and a Arctic
rabbit.
hare.
Yeah.
And got me thinking, Portland, you still don't have a mascot, so mascot's on the way. Cathryn, what do you think? What do you think the Portland mascot's like going to be, or should be, or could be?
All right. So I thought, okay, I decided to go a bit more obvious, or I think a bit more obvious. So like when
Sure.
I thought about Portland Fire, really the first thing I thought of was camp counselor.
Okay.
So I mean, you can do like you can do a bear, but like the bear's been done, right? Like the
Yes.
only you can prevent forest fires bear. But it could be any animal related to Portland as a camp counselor. But
Okay.
then I went a step further and I was like, what if the mascot is just a giant marshmallow?
Dude, this is good stuff. You know what I'm going to say? This is why we played the game. A giant marshmallow is really good.
Wouldn't it be so fun? And then like, okay, you want to do a duo? Okay, let's get a graham cracker out here.
Sure.
Let's get some chocolate. Let's do it.
They officially can't do a duo now because we did a duo.
Yeah, they'd be copying us for sure. But I think like, but the thing with the marshmallows, you can toast that baby on its own or make a s'mores, right? It's more versatile when it comes to the fire. And I feel like when we sit around a fire, what do you want to do? You want to toast a marshmallow. And no, we're not going to have a hot dog mascot. That's just out of the question. So
yeah,
so it's got to be marshmallow. Very unique. And it would be all fluffy and cute, little fluffy, cutie. So many different directions. It'd be really cool if you could tear parts of it off. No, don't. But it could be like a cloud, or it could be like solid marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
Get some hot chocolate out there. Just cozy.
Yep. Yeah, this is
All
good
right.
shit. I like it.
Thank you. What's yours?
So I sort of went in a couple directions here. Let me start with kind of like some Portland like zeitgeist stuff. So there's a running meme with a sentient traffic cone. So that's like a insider Portland joke. So I think like a animated cone mascot would be pretty awesome.
Just a traffic cone?
Just a traffic cone. And I think it would be one of those things that
it does sound very hipster,
right? And much like the Stanford tree, it's shocking to see a mascot that is so boldly just a thing. Like when you see the Stanford tree and it's just a freaking tree with eyes, you're like, that's so nuts and amazing.
But the pylon could also be a crossing guard.
Sure. Yeah.
Like that's how I see the arms and legs.
Yeah.
As very crossing guard.
So there's also the resistance frog, which is like emerged in Portland as this sort of like peaceful figure. So you could sort of like do the resistance frog. But then also I think the silliest answer I cooked up was with there's a lot of like rainy moss kind of like wet earthy vibes, and I thought of just a moss monster or like a forest cryptid. Ooh. So that might be too scary.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work for the kids.
But just like think about like sort of like a fuzzy green like tree thing. Just sort of like an ode to
a bush.
Essentially a bush.
Freddie, the mascot cannot be a bush.
Yeah, although
same reason Toronto couldn't do a beaver. The mascot cannot be a bush.
But what if they did? And what if it was great, And then the other one is a coyote, like a flaming coyote.
No, I hate coyotes. I'm very anti-coyote.
Okay, but they're very beautiful, majestic, and
no, they're not.
Mangy, and well, yeah, you probably hate them because they're like they
eat dogs. That's
they
why
would target
I don't like
Zelda
them.
big time.
They would eat my dog.
You need to keep
Um,
Zelda away from.
I literally have like a giant like alarm that I walk my dog with in case I see them to help scare them off. I have seen them on my walks before.
Yep.
I once was walking Zelda and then some guy in a pickup truck like pulled over and he was like, "Excuse me, are you walking down that way?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "There's 3 coyotes down there. They're gonna eat your dog." And then like drove off. And I was like, "Okay, thanks." Like it was like a good Samaritan, but also like a little rude.
Yeah, it's like a good Samaritan, but like, sir, you're scaring me in your truck.
Yeah, "They're gonna eat your dog. You gotta turn around."
And then,
And I'm like, I
and
know what to do next.
what about Anna's hummingbird? A
Anna's
humming.
who's Anna?
Listen, if you're a birder, you know that Anna's hummingbird. It's a hummingbird, and it's called Anna's hummingbird, and it's like the West Coast hummingbird. They have it in Vancouver as well.
Oh, okay.
Very
Well,
beautiful.
then
I think.
the mascot could be named Anna.
Yeah, exactly. Anna, and it's a hummingbird. Come on,
Yeah,
that'd be pretty
that's
good.
actually very nice.
And has a lot of
A hummingbird
energy.
would be really pretty.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I actually really like that. I
Thank
think
you.
that's actually a really nice idea.
Yeah,
And I haven't seen that before.
just saying. We did it.
We did it. All right. All of our Toronto Tempo mascot talk will be on Tempo Check. So please look out for that episode. I'm sure we'll have lots to say about it.
Oh, we have too much. Too much.
But thank you everyone again for listening and tuning in. We appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, let them know we're here, we're out here, we're doing it. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.